I'm Carmen.
And I'm Kara, and we're Prosperity Market.
Prosperity Market is a farmer's market on wheels and a food truck in one. And we feature Black farmers, food producers, and chefs. And we travel all around LA, making it easy to support local Black businesses while creating food access at the same time.
So we're really based in two fields. One, providing an economic growth platform for Black farmers and food producers and chefs. And two, providing food access for everyone, especially in underserved communities. We believe everyone should have access to quality food. That's just not the case here in our country.
During COVID, 41% of Black businesses had to close. And then in just learning more about that, 2/3 of Black businesses are located in the hardest hit COVID areas. So it makes sense that, these businesses are closing in that areas. And these are also areas that are, quote unquote food deserts. So, we were kind of looking at those stats and just wondering how we could create an impact. And we realized that there was such a huge gap with food. We don't have very many Black-owned grocery stores or farmers markets. And the ones that we do have, they're few and far between. And they're mostly in South Central or South LA. If you live in the Valley or if you live anywhere that's not South LA, it's inconvenient to get to those businesses to support them.
So one, Black farmers are around and almost hidden. Two, the Black farmers that we do have very little access to the funding that they need, to the land, to anything that allows them to grow their business and what they're doing. It's like, here's a whole community of people who are willing to provide all of this really great food, and they're almost unseen, except for in the small surroundings that they're in. So that was one of the reasons why us being a platform was so important. And it's local, and it's fresh, and it's easy, and it's right here. And I think actually one of the things Carmen and I were discussing recently, one of the impacts that we didn't really think about, but that was in the background, is the connections that our farmers and our vendors have made. So some of them knew of each other, a few of them knew each other, but a lot of our farmers and our vendors had never connected. And so that impact has shown up because it's like they're doing projects together, they're working together on things. It's allowing our vendors and our farmers to expand their business and their reach collaboratively, and that's something that is really fun and exciting to watch.
And seeing our vendors grow with each market, a couple of our vendors, each time it's like their booth gets bigger and it's more extravagant, and they just upgrade each time, and that's really beautiful to see because they take their business very seriously, they take their mission very seriously, and they show up. Even
right from the very beginning with our first market, people were excited. That impact really actually surprised us at how willing and welcoming everybody was to have us show up in the space, to have us be a platform to promote Black vendors and Black farmers.
Each month we have about over 300 boxes that we give away. And these are quality boxes. I took a box home for myself for the first time, and it was endless. The box was endless. And we know that it's not as simple as just dropping kale off and patting ourselves on the back and thinking we did a good job, because you can provide the food and that's half the battle, but there's a lot of habits that we have to break. There's lifestyle changes that have to happen, and part of that is learning how to use the produce. Maybe you haven't been exposed to it because historically in these neighborhoods you don't have access to these fresh, healthy foods. The education is critical.
There are some things that lots of people are used to eating but only prepared one way. Or, lots of things that people see, but it's doesn't seem realistic in, their lives. So when we educate ourselves and educate other people on ways to prepare things, the health benefits of things, it makes it more attainable. It makes it real rather than something you just observe from afar. And it's it's doable in my life. It really is about meeting people where they are. So our farmers markets are for everyone, and specifically going into areas that don't have that access, it does make a difference to know what's already available, who's already there, so that we're showing up and meeting everyone where they are, and it's relevant, like you said, for their lives.
The nutrition education is for us too. I'm learning so much along this journey. So we're not showing up as an expert. We're learning all of this together.
it was easy for it to be a little daunting at first because there are so many people that already work in this space and have been for so long. And, you know, it could be really easy for people to look and like, they're makeup artists and fashion designers, what are they doing? But really us learning how to embrace our unique perspective and come in with fresh eyes, not looking to step on any toes, but just being willing to say like, oh, maybe we can try this a different way or a way that we haven't seen done, and really just bringing our perspective into the space because there's still so much room and so many things that are untapped. And we really were just like, well, let's just go for it.
During quarantine, in the aftermath of George Floyd's murder, which is actually
a year today.
A year to the day today. It was really hard to care about makeup anymore. And I was attending this session and, you know, talking about makeup and da-da-da-da-da. And in my mind, I'm just like, we need grocery stores. We need Black-owned grocery stores. And, I mean, that was it. Like, from that moment, now we're here.
For me, during COVID, it was like, I'll make these masks. You know, like, there wasn't a lot of work. So I created a mask pattern, started making masks like a lot of people, was just like figuring things out. And Carmen and I had already been just pretty much talking regularly anyway. So throughout the process of kind of what can we do, where can we make an impact, what does that look like, it was a conversation. And then it was like, okay, there it is. And so because we had been having this natural conversation about impact and Black businesses and our communities and health and taking care of ourselves, one day, really, literally, we were together and it was like, so do you want to just do this together? And there it is. Like, we just took off from there.
And this is our protest. And when everything was happening, I couldn't protest. Like, I wanted to, and I think it's important. And I really felt like creating economic impact was the area that I should focus on. And it didn't start out specifically food. It kind of was revealed. You know, it's just like we're following breadcrumbs here.
Yeah, and it was definitely a process. It was really a lot of, I know Carmen and I share this, and for myself, it was really a lot of, what is it that I can do? Where can I make a difference? Where can I make an impact? And to be honest, that time was tough. Like, I mean, it was tough for a lot of us. And it really was like, okay, so now what? And yeah, it evolved into this. And just step by step, reaching out to people, having conversations with each other. We had no idea that at the beginning of June 2020, this was what we were creating.
Once we started working on Prosperity Market, things got easier for me. You know, like I was having a hard time just with everything that was happening and just processing and what, you know what I mean, is I feel like there was a long period of time where you just cried every day. And then once we started working on Prosperity Market, I like could laugh again and, you know, could have fun again and could be silly again. Like, it really just brought me back.
Yeah, I feel like it was definitely an outlet to channel all of the unknown and the frustration and the sadness and just everything, and just really putting it into a place where it's like, okay, I can't do anything about that, and here's something I can do. It is fulfilling. It is amazing. It is not always easy. It's fun, it's exciting, it's so many things, and we never thought we would have come this far in a year. You wanna go?
Yeah, okay.
Let's do it.
So our trailer, it's a big 48-foot trailer. The back of the trailer is the farmer's market. So you can actually enter and you can shop, and it'll be set up just like a produce aisle in a grocery store. So we'll have produce from all of our farmers. We'll have prepared or packaged foods like michas and products like that. And some supplemental products as well. And then the front of the trailer is a kitchen. So the kitchen we're going to rent out to different chefs and food entrepreneurs. So it's a rotating food truck. We'll just have rotating chefs, rotating menus that are a part of our whole trailer. So it's like a pop-up food truck with us everywhere we go.
So we are fundraising for our deposit on our trailer. It's really exciting because I mean, like we really just started reaching out to people we know in our network and friends and family and friends of friends, and people have been really supportive in sharing and in contributing to us. So this is May, right? About a month ago, we were able to make our first like partial deposit on the trailer, which was super exciting. And we got to share that with the people who have been supporting. But we are very much still fundraising for our trailer, and that will allow us to be mobile all over LA and to really create like a structure to go to different areas and different neighborhoods to expand the platform of our farmers, and also to go right into the areas that don't have the food that they deserve. Telling other people about it, sharing a post on Instagram, or forwarding our website to someone, or just sharing our story, it really makes a difference. Like, we have people that we've met now that have come to each market, you know, because a friend of a friend told someone, and all of it makes a huge difference. We just get really excited to know that like people are finding out and people are excited.
For people who want to support us in our trailer, you can go to our website, prosperitymarketla.com. You can donate through prosperitymarketla.com/donate.
Farming can look like this too. Farming can look like this too. Agriculture can look like this too. And really, I think that's something that's important for people to see. Like, it doesn't have to look a certain way for you to take a stand, for you to make a difference, and like just shoot your shot and try what you want to try.